Hi, this is Rick Strobel from Fox Racing Shocks, Powersports Race Manager. We're going to be doing some basic setup today when you receive your new Fox shocks from the factory. The way to start about that is getting a rider on the vehicle. You want him to jump up and down to get the vehicle set in. Now once you've done that, sit back down in the vehicle at a normal riding position, and now you're going to do your measurements, starting at the rear underneath the foot peg, then moving to the front underneath the front of the frame on the flat portion of the frame. Across the board, you want between 1/4 and 1/2 inch difference between the front and the back. And good starting points are 7 1/4 front and rear on an MX setting. After we've checked our measurements now we have to go to the front and adjust the air pressure. So you unscrew your caps, remove those, both the EVOL and the main pressure chamber. Screw your pump on there. It does take air to fill the line into the pump. So each time you remove and take it off, the air pressure will fluctuate just a little bit because you are filling the volume inside the pump itself. So now, looking in your owner's manual, we give you rough ideas where to start with all your pressures on the EVOL pressure and the main pressure. Say that this one was at the 150 mark, you would pump it up to 150 on the EVOL chamber. And once you do that, you get to 150. Now you're going to remove the pump and you're going to hear a little bit of hiss of air. Don't be alarmed that you're losing air out of your EVOL chamber. You're losing the air out of the pump itself. Now that you have the EVOL pressure set, now go to your main pressure. Again, in your owner's manual, we have starting points for all vehicles, all shock models. At this particular vehicle, we're going to be at 40 PSI. And we're going to pump it up to 40 PSI. Now that you have it set at 40, you're going to put your caps back on and you're going to need to get another measurement again on the vehicle to make sure your ride height is set correctly. Now we need to move to the rear of the vehicle. We need to set the spring preload on your vehicle. We're going to loosen up the pinch bolt, and once we do that, we just give it like 1.5 turns, 2 turns. It doesn't have to be real loose. Just loosen it up. Now that you have that, we're going to now change the preload. A little trick is to put the vehicle back on the stand because now the shock has no preload on it. So put your hand in, again, to tighten it, you're gonna add height to the vehicle, loosen it, you're gonna lower it. One revolution of the preload adjuster is roughly 1/100,000th of an inch. That will roughly raise you about 1/8 inch a turn. Again, in the owner's manual, it'll explain more for different kinds of riding, different setup techniques and that. And now that everything is done, now we're ready to go ride the vehicle.